Opus 5 turned out to be really powerful, and the test results surprised me a lot. We have a test that we always do. We build an e-commerce site, a museum, and a game. We do these in order. In our previous video, we compared Sakana and Opus. The results were a complete fiasco. Some open source models from Moonshot were exceptionally powerful, but Opus was very surprising. Now we're going to examine it. I gave the exact same prompts to Fable 5, Opus 4.8, the previous version, and Opus 5. I gave a single prompt. I didn't make any changes, and they gave me the results with just one prompt. I'll show all of these one by one. Those who watched the previous video will remember the results for Fable 5 and Opus 4.8, but one by one. An e-commerce site, a museum, a 3D museum with open source works to explore, and an Age of Empires style game. Let me say from the start, the results are quite surprising. Now, first of all, I'm opening it right away. As I said, I gave a single prompt. I said, I want this. I said, do this for me. I'm opening it now. You can see it here. This is the e-commerce site, the one made with Fable 5. You can see it here. By the way, I'll leave links below so you can explore all of these. This is the e-commerce site made with Fable 5. The infrastructure of this e-commerce site is quite good. It handled everything up to product ordering very successfully, and items can be added from here. It even planned the admin panel in the background for us. Fable 5 produced a really nice site for us. There are no images here, but it could have generated images too. It just put placeholders there. As you can see, this is the version. The version Fable 5's is like this. This is Opus 4.8. It made a slightly simpler site for us. There were some errors, and it didn't complete the admin panel in the background. But still, it made a successful site in terms of ordering and site design. With a single prompt, as I said. It created the product range for us, and there are actually collections here too. It's nicer here, if you notice. A little bit more detailed. When we go to the collection here, it's simpler. It made two collections like this. In our collections on this side, for example, the collection page exists separately. And when we come to Opus 5, the site is like this and more different. Actually, it seemed quite a bit nicer to me in terms of design as well. It looks like it's been carefully thought out in more detail. By the way, we ran them all on high settings, so the models worked at the same effort level. Here, it also constructed the admin panel just like Fable 5, but it provided us with much more detail, as you can see. It carefully detailed these parts like this. My latest reviews for today have come up. Here is more from the Amber Collection series. So, level-specific recommendations came up. It opened the collections like this. I liked it more, to be honest. This one is more successful with websites. Now we've come to the museums. Let's look at Da Vinci. We're on Fable 5 here. I'll also show how many artists there are in the museums in total, by the way. It's quite nice. Fable 5's did it. Only the same error here. I didn't fix the wrist in previous videos either. It turns its back while looking at the detail, but we can pass through very smoothly. A very successful museum. It found every one of these files from the Wikipedia Commons. It gathered the information. It gives you the information when you click. Quite successful. And remember, it did this with a single prompt. This was done with a single prompt. There are 14 periods, 89 artists, and 2,305 paintings in total. Let's go to Titian, for example. His artworks are currently on display here, and it's really successful. I liked it a lot. There is a vast amount that can be accomplished with this. You can also provide many different services with this innovative technology, but it's also very important in terms of understanding the power of the model. Now let's proceed forward to Opus 4.8. Which master artist should we choose to focus on from the High Renaissance again? It doesn't really matter. Let's do this. Let's choose Vermeer. You can see the paintings in the gallery here. Opus 4.8 actually did the gallery well here. It's a bit far from realism, but the things aren't visible. The works are missing. It became a gold-plated gallery like this. The works are missing. It says what it is, but it couldn't show it. To be honest, there was an error like this here. Now we're coming to Opus 5, because it really surprised me. Look, Fable 5, these were done with a single prompt. While it was 14 periods, 89 artists, and 2,305 paintings, it's now 23 periods, 153 artists, and 3,376. So it surpassed Fable 5, and it also made the museum page very nice. Let's enter the museum. It proceeds in this way. There are more periods. It opens very nicely. It also made this part interesting. It really made it interesting. One really feels like wandering around inside this. Where should we go, for example? Let's go to the High Renaissance again. Let's go to Da Vinci again. The presentation I like is much better this way, and now let's enter the museum. The loading is also nice, saying that it's entering. To be honest, the performance of Opus 5 really impressed me. It turned out quite nice. The feeling while I'm wandering around is very nice. As you move forward, lights turn on over the works. It really did a great job. I'm coming. I'm looking. It's giving me information. It's truly incredible. When you say step back, it stays. If I want to go faster, I can go faster. He even adjusted that. He made it very detailed and the design is beautiful. It even gives that bouncing feeling while walking. It really feels like you're walking there, and I didn't expect it to be this good. I thought it would be somewhere between Opus 4.8 and the other one. I thought it would be around Fable 5, but in terms of performance, it surpasses Fable 5. I gave it the same prompt. Sakana Fugu had also received the same prompt. They said it surpassed Fable 5, but it was a total failure. Kimi had also received the same prompt. It had surpassed Opus, not Fable actually, but this really changed things. Very, very, very successful. So when we go here, there's also a guided tour. You can also take a tour. For example, let's go to ancient Egypt. It's even available from here. Let's see. And the site transition is also very nice. It turned out great. I'm really pleased with it, honestly. Now let's get to the games. We also thought about making an Age of Empires style strategy game. Fable 5 is here. The graphics are nice. We have enemies. Enemies attack within a certain period of time, and we're trying to gather resources. For example, what should this one do? Don't build a storage facility, build a farm instead. You, for example, could start gathering some extra wood, and we tell you to gather stone. We have enemies here too. They'll attack us in 2 minutes. You can think of it like this. We have brave soldiers here. We need to gather resources and produce soldiers so that if the enemies attack, we can defeat them. So we have more soldiers. Should we gather from this gold now? What should we gather? Here we go. We sent that one there too. This one is gathering stone too. Okay. Let's build a soldier barracks. That way we need more soldiers. This game is actually good. The logic works well. It just gets very difficult after a while. Still, it managed to create a 3-dimensional game with resource gathering and everything quite well in one go. You can think of it that way. We're back in Fable 5. It's doing a good job too. I gathered a little bit. They're coming now. By the way, we also built a house so we can have more soldiers. Let this one keep working in the field. Did a soldier come out from there? It was coming out though. What's it doing? It came out here. They attacked. The sound came too. Let them attack. We have enough soldiers. We can do it again if we want. We're gathering our resources. Let's even do it before the attack. This is actually a game where you gather resources, expand, grow your army, and try to defeat the enemy. I think it did a good job. It also did the mechanics well. The enemies are coming too. We're more numerous. You come too, soldier. Oh no, they're attacking our worker. Come here, worker. They killed the worker. Anyway, our hunter is gone. We'll make a worker from here. With this logic, the game can progress. This Fable 5 works quite well. We see the enemy. It started. Now let's refresh this game so it stops. This is the unplayable game made by Opus 4.8. Absolutely everything is backwards. It's a bit more lower in overall quality. As you can see, we're doing these things all over again. For example, what should we do? Let's make a field. It's very hard, believe me. It's very hard to click. Are you a soldier? You're not. Are you going to pick berries? Cut the tree. He's not cutting, for example. They're not gathering resources much. Oh, he's gathering now. Let this one do this too. But the enemy isn't coming here. So we wait and wait. The enemy isn't coming, frankly, and it's hard to play, as I said. And the visual graphics are like this. Now let's get to our very last test, Opus 5, which, again, overthought it, as you can clearly see here. It has difficulty levels. I'm choosing medium level. It says here what we're going to do. Rotate, zoom, tom. So you can make many groups. So you can gather soldiers and call the group back and so on. It's become very different. And the interesting part is, just like in Age of Empires, it's not clear what it's done. So our soldiers need to go and explore. It's interesting, really. Let one of them go explore. The structures have also changed a lot. For example, let's make the farm like this. I'll tell you to build barracks too. You gather wood, brother. You gather stone. Is this stone? Gather gold. You gather stone too. Is there no stone? Stone is also needed. Which one is stone? This is stone, I guess. This way we can open things up. It's interesting, really. We just couldn't find stone. Still, it's very good. Well, I think we really need to figure out a plan for some more stone. Let's build barracks here, so if soldiers come, it's not an issue. What were you doing? Frankly, this game seemed better to me. I think it's important that it opens up mechanically. What else can it do? We can stop it. We can group them. So we can also make idle villages work. It's become something interesting. I'm waiting. When? There's an attack in 2 minutes. Let's see the attack too. The attack has started. We don't know where they'll come from either, because we haven't explored the map. But, we made some soldiers here. Are there any more? You come too? Do we have any other soldiers? Let's pull these forward. 4 people. I hope those riders have arrived. Where to? Attack! Please attack. Let's save these. Now they're shooting arrows too. It turned out quite well. Anyway, they attacked our place here. Turns out we shouldn't have played on medium. Run away. I think we've lost. How many of them came? We could say they're coming in waves right now. But the game turned out great. It's really been successful. We lost, but that's okay. Let me see, Archer Soldier. I'll produce what I can. 1. Hey, you're cutting trees too. Attack them. Attack, workers. The worker is cutting trees! If a soldier comes out, we'll fight to our last drop of blood. It's turned out very well. You saw it, we're gone. They're still coming anyway. Even the medium level turned out quite hard in the game. We're watching our downfall, but he's really made a very nice game. We compared them all side by side. Opus 5 is currently the strongest model we have, strangely enough. I'm surprised as to how it happened. I turned off the sound. I'm really surprised as to how it happened. A tragedy is unfolding in the game here now. But I can say this. Opus 5 is the strongest model we have. Very clearly, for now, I'll always do more tests in the workflows. Especially when building and scaling AI agents and automations, doing marketing processes for these agents or making mobile apps, you can entrust every single aspect of your startup to Opus, because it is both much cheaper and consistently produces much better results. As I see it, being proactive with a single prompt has changed things. I also watched the model while it was working. It thinks and makes decisions more on its own. It solves problems. It tends to bring more detail to the project, especially since sometimes very large projects can be built that even exceed you. I think it will be much more effective there, or much more effective in finding solutions. Even though the cost is half, it used more tokens than Opus 4.8. So running this stands somewhere between Fable 5 and Opus 4.8. It's not quite as cheap as Opus 4.8, nor as expensive as Fable 5. You can think of usage scenarios that way. It's a bit like this, but as for output, no matter what, the output is always what matters. Let it spend as much as it wants. It doesn't mean much when we don't have what we want. We're with a very different model in terms of output. Believe me, I didn't understand it. Why did Anthropic do such a thing? Why does Opus seem stronger to us than Fable? Fable was the strongest model. We'll figure it out soon. There will be plenty of reviews too. But this is my view for now. I wanted to share this experience with you too. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and that it was useful for you. If you come to Digital Academy, you can join us. You can learn AI and start your professional career or your venture. We also have a very effective, vibrant live school community here. When you join the school community, we can grow together. We can help you reach your goals. At the same time, with ready-made systems, you can directly start your AI consultancy business, your AI agency business, and start making money by providing services in these areas. Artificial intelligence is really creating unfair competition. Now models are also getting cheaper and more powerful, and all that's left for us is to do it. Thank you so much for watching. See you.